part where you pull something out of your ass and save us all, right? And Twi's like, dude, I have a lot of things in my ass right now, but none of them can fix this. Knows the truth. I am that homeless guy with a guitar who sits on the corner singing the blues while people toss coins in his hat. There is literally no difference between what I do and what that guy does, except he's probably less depressing. We even do the same thing afterwards. At the end of the day, we take that money, go to the liquor store, and buy enough booze to make us forget about how pathetic our lives are. I am an internet hobo, a pony-loving internet hobo. Let's be decent people for once and do everything we can to help, and if we fuck this up, we can just kill ourselves. And Sunburst's like, you know what? That sounds good to me. And Spike's like, was that a joke, or did you guys seriously just make a suicide pact? Oh, Sunburst, you better come visit me this time. And if you don't, I'll cut off your dick and kill your parents. Boulder and I have been trying to conceive. And Rarity's like, man, Maud, you're one humorous broad. I mean, how would that even... I put him in my vagina. And Pinky's like, talk about getting your rocks off, right? Am I right? Look at Sweetie Belle. Look at that smile and the joy in her eyes. She just made the shittiest scarf in the world and she is fucking stoked about it. And you know she's thinking like, I'm not good at this, but I'm gonna keep trying until I get better and it's gonna be so much fun. You fucking tiny horses with your relentless positivity and your self-esteem. Just try it once, fail, quit forever, and feel ashamed like a normal person. Fuck you. If I was good at anything besides jacking off and drinking, I would totally do it in front of people. I mean, I do both those things in front of people constantly, but nobody likes it. But hey, now that she's realized the error of her ways, she's kicking ass. I mean, she unfucked Trixie. What else needs to be said? That is a public service. This hat, along with this situation, is a wonderfully concise expression of the duality that is Rarity. She's the undisputed girliest of the main six, but at the same time, she's tough as nails. She's wearing a hard hat and mining gems, yet it's got this big bow on the back of it, and she's gonna use those gems for accents on a bunch of dresses. She's disgusted by these fucking bats, yet she doesn't hesitate to risk getting them up in her grill, because that's what she has to do for her business. And she's like, anyway, Princess Twiggly Wiggly is like, yo, Celestia, Luna, I'm so glad we could finally just chill out and get drunk. And they're both like, yeah, man, thank goodness some urgent bullshit isn't going on that'll fuck this up for us. And Twi's like, dude, you just had to fucking say that, didn't you? So Glimmer goes to the bar, knocks back a few white Russians, hazes Mrs. Cake, and then rapes Big Mac in the mouth. I fucked that up. Time to kill myself. So Glimmer's sitting there like, Twilight, should I start a committed relationship with this crazy bitch, or should I just let her kill herself? And Twilight's like, you know what, dude? I don't even fucking care anymore. And Glimmer's like, thanks, Twilight. You're an awesome teacher. And Twilight's like, I know, dude. And Rarity's just like, darling, bro, come on, Scoots, it's margarita time. And Scootle is just like, bro, I'm 12. And Dash is all, don't worry about it, they got the little ones. Dude, I woke up in a urinal 3 days ago and I am positive it's your fault. But Scootaloo does it anyway because that's how codependent relationships work. They fuck up the show and Dash electric slides into the pavement. Wait, hold on, back up. Okay. All right, I just had to make sure. We don't want to have to take Derpy to the emergency room on Christmas. I already knew the story and the moral is obvious, but you put ponies in it, so I actually paid attention. And Twi's like, yeah, dude, that's how we do. And Glimmer's like, all right, bro, let's get fucked up. Nobody's gonna judge us because it's heartwarming. And Twi's like, man, that's the holiday spirit. Like, follow us around, and Vinyl's like, Anyway, so the boutique is still a disaster and the girls lock Rarity in the window display so she won't freak out and so she can't be considered an accomplice. What the fuck Twilight's doing, and Fluttershy's just sitting in the middle of the room sobbing her eyes out and saying, I want to go home over and over again. You guys can't let him do this to you again. And they're like, oh, he's a creative type. He just needs a little time to find himself. And she's like, yeah, that's what we've been telling ourselves for the past 10 years. But you know, all he's gonna do is smoke pot, drink your wine, jack off, and post on 4chan all day. Probably all at the same time. Tell me I'm wrong. And Fluttershy's dad is like, well, at least it's not Reddit. All right, motherfucker, you're coming with me and you're getting a job. And he's like, dude, I don't need a job. My main therapy YouTube channel is totally taking off. I've almost got 100 subscribers and my Patreon is, you're getting a fucking job. Yo, Twilight, can you stay here and feed my pigs? And Twilight's like, yeah, sure, how do I do that? And AJ's like, there's only 2 steps. Number 1, feed the pigs. Number 2, don't fuck up. And Twilight's like, you know what? that makes perfect sense. So don't fuck up. So he fucks up. And then he fucks up again, just like he's been doing his entire life. Oh my God, what is that? What is that thing? Okay, I take it back, DHX. I'm sorry I ever doubted you. This is a challenge. 0 out of 10, I would rather stick my dick in a cadaver. I mean, a female one, because I'm not a freak or anything. Tilda Mort shows up again and she's like, listen, you assholes, I already told you couldn't like this food, so who the hell authorized all this enjoyment? And these dudes are all like, well, Rarity said we could like it, and she's kind of famous, so we tried it, and it's fucking awesome. So, choke on a dick. And everyone's like, yeah, if you don't want to eat here, you can just go eat some dicks. And Rarity's like, dude, you may think your opinions are better than everyone else's because you're famous, but as you can see, that's not how it works. I mean, sure, it definitely helps, but what really makes an opinion truly superior is when a bunch of people agree with you. He meets this guy, and they start discussing the accuracy of their cosplays.
Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy?
Just in case you weren't thinking about it every moment of every day, your waifu will never look at you like this. You'll never get to see that joy in her eyes, and you'll never spend an afternoon together bonding over something you're both passionate about. Just a friendly reminder. We're being mature as fuck. They're gonna be so proud of us. And the adults are like, gotta go fast, gotta be fabulous, apples, apples, apples. Also, I lost to that retarded girl and it's slowly been whittling away at my self-esteem for the past 20 years. Rarity, don't call her retarded. Oh, sweetie Belle, there's no one around. Dash is like, dude, why are we here? And Rarity's like, wait, I thought you knew. And Applejack's like, man, when has Dash ever known anything even remotely useful? And Pinky's like, look guys, I'm Pinkie Pie. And they're all, man, just wait for your own episode like the rest of us. Jesus Christ. Well, this has fuck all to do with me, so I'm gonna go eat a tub of ice cream and flick it till I pass out. And Twilight's like, normally I'd say enjoy yourself and shower thoroughly, but it just so happens that your old friend Sunburst lives in the Crystal Empire now, so you're coming with me for your first friendship lesson. And Glimmy's like, wait, you mean the estranged friend that catalyzed my entire psychological breakdown just so happens to be hanging around the same place you need to go right now for a completely unrelated reason? Yes, and what's wrong with that? That's bullshit, Twilight. No, I am a wizard. And she's like, wow, so that means you create powerful new magic and stuff, huh? And he's like, nah, it just means I'm over 30 and still a virgin. And Glimmy's like, dude, I will fix that for you right now if it means I don't have to talk about my life. Pretty soon they'll all be living in different cities and only see each other at New Year's, and they'll have to be like, hey, what's up? How have you been? Even though none of them actually care because that precious sibling-like relationship they had in their youth is dead, and all that's left is an awkward feeling of obligation. Sure, they'll start talking about things they did back in the day, like, oh hey, remember that time we were happy and life felt like it had meaning? And after a few drinks, it'll almost feel like there's still a connection between them, and they'll share all their online handles and be like, dude, I will totally friend you on MySpace and follow you on Twimbler, and we should get together sometime and eat spaghetti or whatever. Then the next day when they sober up, they'll go right back to never getting around to it and feeling that nagging little guilt and sadness gnawing at the backs of their minds because they know it's never gonna be like it was, so why even try? Or, that's just my take on it. Maybe she's thinking something else. I don't know. So they're back at the Rainbow Factory, and Dash is like, guys, I fucked up. And Fluttershy's like, I called it, man. Why you stop taking your lithium, but you need to get back on that now. And Dash is like, am I cool yet? And Fleetfoot's like, lithium. So the girls throw on some Mac Dre, grab some juice, and work some Pony Thizzle magic. So a couple hours later, Rarity finally escapes, and she's just like, oh my god, what the fuck is this? And Twi's like, dude, check it out. It's a boutique, a rave, and a bar all in one. And Rare's like, this looks like it was designed by a bunch of people on drugs. And Twi's like, no, that's silly. And Pinky's like, those Skittles made me feel really neat. Get a free exorcism massage, and Rarity has to have her soul waxed to rip the blood moon demons from her body. Then everything's back to normal and everybody's relaxing, but AJ's like, god damn it, why is all this fucked up stuff happening to us lately? I mean, can't we have one day where we just deal with normal people things like we did in season 1? And Rarity's like, wow, dude, you're laying it on a little thick there. And Applejack's like, what? Somebody's gotta say it. And Rarity's like, no, man, I was talking about the face cream. You're totally right. Yep, just what I thought. This food is shit and you should all feel terrible and hate yourselves. And Pinky's like, yeah, well, that's just like your opinion, man. And she's all, yes, and my opinion is better because I'm a famous person. And they're like, why are you famous again? And she's like, for having better opinions. How are you not getting this?
First Zephyr Breeze, and now this shit. What did I ever do to you? I bought all your fucking merchandise. What else do you want? Do you want my soul? Take it! Just fucking take it! I don't have anything else!
Whatever. We all know the only truly canon Daring Do books. They hijacked the entire deal because Rarity wants to fix her childhood, AJ never had a childhood and doesn't think her sister should either, and Rainbow just has to go fast. We need some fresher memes. The ones you're using are way too dank. Memes are not like whiskey, they do not get better with age. Trust me, I consume a massive amount of both.